Hey everybody, Ben here with H90 Productions, and welcome to the H90 Productions podcast, where I give you updates on everything that's happening in the world of H90 Productions, which is H90 Productions is my little DIY production company that I started a couple years ago, and I just started this channel this year. And it's kind of like my dream project. This is something I've always wanted to do. I've been a filmmaker in the filmmaking industry down here in Los Angeles for 20 years now. I came down here in 2005. It's hard to believe. It's 2025 already. Young buckaroo, young buck, just no idea what was going on. Started PAing and ended up in a camera department. Camera department was kind of like my main gig for a long time. I've always been an editor. I've worn a lot of hats, basically. So I've always wanted to start my own little company, and this is it. I do this in my spare time. This is like my dream passion project. I have a full-time job working in video production on a marketing team. So I do this in spare time. I do it on the weekends, and it's just something I really enjoy. And so welcome to the podcast. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Brass Knuckle Films contest submission. If you've been following along, you know that I submitted to a contest, and I will provide updates on that. I will talk about what's next for Mango 1, which is Mango Dead Serious, the first installment of the Mango scripted audio series. And we'll also get into the big news about Mango 2. Mango 2 is the second installment of the Mango scripted audio series. It is in post-production right now. We are ramping up, and there's a lot of things, there's a lot of exciting things happening with Mango 2. So we're going to get to all of that. But first, I wanted to welcome a whole bunch of new subscribers to the channel. And you might be asking yourself, wait a second, Ben, 2 weeks ago on the podcast, you were welcoming a whole bunch of new subscribers. Yes, this is not deja vu, although it feels like it. 2 weeks ago, I usually post these podcasts on Sunday. And 2 weeks ago, I posted a short on Friday. And over the course of Friday night and Saturday and then Sunday, it kind of took off. It got about 40,000 views, a bunch of likes, a bunch of comments, and a few new subscribers. I think it was like 10 to 15 new subscribers, which was really exciting. And so I kind of feel like it does feel like The Matrix and deja vu a little bit, because I posted another short this Friday. Today is Sunday, September 21st. Is that right? Yep, September 21st. The clip I posted on Friday is actually from the same recording session as the clip that I posted 2 weeks ago. So it is very similar, but the difference is this video blew up and now has like 1.3 million views right now and 18,000 likes and like 104 comments. I've just been blown away. It's been a bit overwhelming actually over the last couple of days. And in terms of subscriber count, it's doubled. The subscriber count for this channel has doubled in 2 days. I can't make any sense of it. I'm telling you that because that's what this whole channel is all about. It's about transparency and showing you behind the scenes. And part of the behind the scenes of starting this production company is the YouTube channel, which is like the main hub for all the behind the scenes content, because that's kind of what my mission is with H90 Productions. I not only want to make this production company, I want to bring you along for the ride and show you how it's happening. Not necessarily telling you how to do it. That's not what this is about. It's just showing you kind of like, hey, this is the process. I really enjoy documenting this stuff. I really enjoy, kind of bringing people in behind the curtain. I think it's really important with a small, like little indie DIY company like this. I want to show you how it's being done. Yeah, it's been like mind-blowing. And this video, it's titled Mic Sensitivity Can Be Wild. And all it is myself and Alex in the studio, and she's performing a scene from Mango Dead Serious where she's in, it's early, it's about the 4-minute mark of the Mango Dead Serious audio drama. It's early on in the story. She's just meeting Mango for the first time. They were attacked by zombies the night before. She fell out of a tree, hit her head, and was knocked out. And she wakes up in this mine, Mango's mine, Mango's home. Mango was a recluse at the beginning of Mango Dead Serious. And throughout Mango Dead Serious, you find out why he was hiding away in the mines. He's like a former Black Ops Special Forces guy, a little bit older now, but's been off the grid. And he's pulled out of the grid, pulled out of hiding due to this zombie apocalypse. And anyway, Alex plays the role of Dr. Fox. And in that scene, she's kind of coming to and her head hurts, and Mango gives her this kind of homemade tea, which is basically like some elixir that he's concocted from whatever plants he finds in the forest that is like heavy duty stuff. And so she kind of like smells it and she's like, ugh, what is it? And he ends up saying, he's like, just drink, what is the line? It is, just drink it. Oh my God, how am I forgetting this line? Just drink it. What is it? Just drink it. It'll help with the pain. Just drink it. It'll help with the pain. Trust me. So like he drinks a lot of this stuff because he's in a lot of pain. I don't know if you caught that, but that's what that meant. So anyway, sorry, the scene where he, from the clip is behind the scenes footage of Alex recording that scene. And when she was recording it, this was 2 years ago in 2023, she used her cup, her water bottle, to record it because it kind of helped her add some physicality to drinking the tea. In this clip, you'll see that I noticed that it's making like it's creating a kind of an echo and making the cup sound empty, which didn't feel right because Mango's just poured her a full cup of tea, so you wouldn't hear any kind of echo in it. And I know it's not a really big deal. It's a kind of a like it just was an interesting little moment. And I was going through the behind the scenes footage. I'm like, oh, that's kind of a fun little thing to share. Let's see what happens, and posted it. And it just became this, like, it still is, just everything's just shooting up. All the numbers are shooting up because of this video. And I feel like the only way I can explain it is maybe that it's like, it's created some sort of like sensory challenge. Like, oh, can you hear the echo or not? I guess it was never meant to be that. It was just, I just thought it was an interesting moment. And I was surprised to hear how much the bottle was impacting the audio in that scene. And anyway, it's just, it's blown up. It's my first kind of official viral video, I guess. I was saying this 2 weeks ago. I mean, I thought that was a viral video, but that's nothing compared to what happened with this one. So bottom line, most importantly, we have, 200 plus more subscribers here. So if you're listening to this, welcome. Thanks so much for joining. I hope you're here because you're interested in behind the scenes filmmaking stuff. If you're here because of audio acoustics or any physics, audio physics or anything like that, it might not be for you, but this is me trying to make something of 20 years of filmmaking experience and having fun doing it. I'm having a blast posting these behind the scenes videos for Mango 1. I'm having a blast making Mango 2. And I just very thankful that you're here, and welcome to the podcast. This podcast is meant to be kind of like a communication mechanism to stay in touch with people. So I post these every other week and provide updates on what's happening. And again, just thank you so much for being here. Was there anything else I wanted to mention about this video? I messaged Alex about it. I'm like, are you seeing this? And she had a really sweet note. You know what? Actually, I'm going to read some of this. Alex, if you're listening to this, I apologize, but I have to. I was like, Alex, are you seeing this? And she's like, what the what? Like question mark, exclamation mark. She's like, that's wild. Congrats. Your hard work and dedication to your channel are paying off. And it's just like such a sweet message to hear. She's so awesome. If you haven't listened to Mango Dead Series, please check it out. Her performance is amazing. All the other actors are incredible. It's silly. It's fun. It's action forward first, which is something I wanted to kind of try in this audio world. I wasn't hearing a ton of it. That was like very kind of like action driven. There's obviously a lot of dialogue, but give it a chance because there is heart. At the core, it's about grief, dealing with grief and redemption and finding another kind of reason to fight. If you hang in there, you will get that, at various stages of the journey of Mango 1, Mango Dead Serious. With that, let's get into the updates. I'm already at 10 minutes here. I always say I'm going to try to do this in under 10 minutes. It never happens. But updates. Okay, so Brass Knuckle Films, a little backstory for anyone who's new. And by the way, if you've been following along, I appreciate your patience. Last week, it's like, man, we're welcoming all these new people. But listen, that's that's the name of the game here, right? We want to try to share this stuff with as many people as possible. That is the goal. I said this on the last podcast. I'm not doing this to like be an influencer or like be seen or anything like that. Like quite honestly, the 2 weeks ago when it got up to 40, the video got up to 40,000 views, I was like terrified. It was very gave me a lot of anxiety. And this was even worse over the last, not like in a bad way, in a good way, but also kind of just like, I've never had a video go viral like this, but what I'm learning is that, there's a lot of good, mostly good, but there's also some bad that comes with it, like trolls and people who are just kind of, they're just fucking assholes and they just jump on and you kind of have to monitor it a little bit. And that's not something I was expecting or want to do. And anyway, so I just really appreciate all the positive support. It really, really means a lot. So the Brass Knuckle Films update, I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory so you understand, if you're new here, what this is all about. Brass Knuckle Films is a company started by Robert Rodriguez. He's a filmmaker who's inspired me early on in my filmmaking journey with his book Rebel Without a Crew. I have it back there. If you are new into filmmaking and you want some inspiration, highly recommend checking that book out. It's called Rebel Without a Crew. It's all about just making it happen. That's that's the Hard 90 ethos, Hard 90 Productions. Just don't ask permission. You are a filmmaker right now. As soon as you pick up your phone to go shoot something, you're a filmmaker. You're making a film. You're making something. And that really inspired me early on. And that's really what, again, Hard 90 is all about. It's about just doing it on my own, mostly on my own. I'm working with actors, I work with illustrators, but most of it is me. I write, I produce, I direct, I edit, I sound design. If you're not aware of it, I do play the voice of Johnny Mango. I was doing a little bit earlier. It's hard to just jump right into it, but Mango's voice is a little bit kind of in this world. He's kind of a gritty, old school action hero. I have to get warmed up to get really into it, but so yeah, it's really fun for me to be able to work on a project like this where I'm doing everything. But that being said, the goals of Hard 90 Productions are for sure to continue to grow the Mango scripted audio series, but also make a feature film. That is the ultimate goal, make multiple feature films. And they probably won't have anything to do with Mango because Mango is such like if you did turn it into a feature film, it's massive. It's a huge budget and that's exactly why I wrote it that way, because it was audio. So I could I could do whatever I want, right? I don't have to stay really I don't have too many restraints or constraints. I can, add a dog with an eye patch. I can add zombies. I can write in Mango wrestling a mountain lion. But to actually produce that as a live action film that's out of my capabilities, and a great segue into why I submitted to the Brass Knuckle Films contest. I submitted Mango Dead Serious to the contest. I'm sorry, I got a little bit away from what is the contest all about. The company is Robert Rodriguez's company, and they started this film label, this production company called Brass Knuckle Films, and they're going to produce action movies, and they allow people to invest. I'm a very tiny investor in it. They have different tiers of you could invest $100 or something like that. But one of the perks of being one of the tiers of an investor is you can pitch ideas that they could possibly make into action movies. And they had a contest called the Best Idea Wins contest. It started a couple months ago, and the first round was submitting a written kind of package about your project. They had all these questions, and you fill it out. And I did it for Mango Dead Serious, which is Mango 1, friendly reminder, this scripted audio series, each installment is a feature-length story. So it's an hour and 40 minutes of all audio, but, voice acting, sound design, music, but, could be adapted into a live action film pretty easily with the right production company and the right budget and the right resources and all that. So I submitted Mango Dead Serious to the Best Idea Wins contest by Brass Knuckle Films, and I made it into round 2, and I got actually some feedback saying it scored really well, and I was really stoked about it. So round 2 was a video submission, and I ended up, spending some time putting together a little video, submitted it, and we got the results on Friday, around midday. And this was before the whole viral thing happened, which I posted that video at the end of the day. So you can imagine what that day was like. So middle of the day, we get an email, we get an update, and they listed out the 20 winners from round 2. It was actually 23. They added 3. So 20 winners from round 2. I think they had like 400 submissions. Round 1 was like 800 submissions. So I made it out of 800. I made it into round 2. And then round 2, I think they said they had like 400 video submissions, and they picked 23 people. And I didn't make it to round 3, guys. Sorry to leave you hanging there, but you probably knew that because I didn't open with it. It was very disappointing. I was very bummed on Friday. Again, I heard that like middle of the day on Friday, and I was like just bummed for the rest of the day. I had to kind of get through work, and I'm like, man. And it's not because I expected to advance, since it wasn't anything like that. It was just, I spent a lot of time on the video, and I think that's what I was like, kind of like kicking myself about. I'm like, man, I kind of disrupted like my content flow for Hard 90 with all the behind the scenes stuff. I didn't take time away from sound designing Mango 2. No way. But, I'm kind of on a rhythm here of posting content. I do a few shorts a week. I do one full-length video every weekend. That's kind of part of my strategy to build the YouTube channel, to grow the YouTube channel. I had to kind of put some of that stuff on hold to make this video. And I had a lot of fun with it, and I definitely will be sharing it. I'm going to make some tweaks to it, but I'm definitely going to share it because I think it's fun, and I think it brings Mango to life visually in a way that I haven't really explored yet. And that's kind of exciting because I do think that like Mango could be adapted into at least a graphic novel. Like that would be huge. And then maybe an animation or something, or, like those are the kind of big dreams. But, for now, I'm very happy with it being an audio thing because it's something that I can control. Like I can produce this and it's sustainable. I can keep doing this. I can do Mango 3, Mango 4, Mango 5. I could theoretically keep doing that for the rest of my life. Until I'm, at least as long as I'm able, but didn't make it on the list. It was funny. Like there was a Benjamin on the list, and I was scrolling down and I saw Benjamin, and at first I'm like, yes. And I'm like, wait a second. I didn't submit as Benjamin. I submitted as Ben. And I looked at the submission number. I'm like, oh, damn. There's other people named Benjamin in the world. But, huge congrats to everyone who made it through. Very exciting. Now I sit back as, a small investor in this or whatever, and I get to watch and trust the pros and trust they know what they're doing. And it's really exciting to be a part of it. And again, like a huge reason why I am involved in this at all anyway is because Robert Rodriguez has been a big inspiration of mine. So that is the update for Brass Knuckle Films. One thing I want to mention about that is there is a lesson to be learned here through the disappointment. And the lesson is like, this is exactly why I'm starting Hard 90 or have started Hard 90 and I'm doing my own thing, because like, I don't want to be in a position where I'm just having to submit things or, I have to rely on a studio to make something. Like that's exactly why I'm doing Hard 90. That's the whole point of this, is to take matters into my own hands. And so this was a great reminder of that. I was really bummed on Friday, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do something positive. Let's post a video, just get something up. This mic sensitivity can be wild video. I really didn't have any expectations for it. And look what happened. Boom. 1.3 million views. Actually, is it? Well, let's see. Oh, we don't need the audio on. has it it's kind of fun to like to track it or whatever, you know. Yeah, it's still 1.3. But that was the roller coaster of Friday. I was like so amped and then so bummed, and then I'm like, you know what? Let's just keep doing your thing. Post a video. It was very hard to post that because I was like, oh, this is going to get like 5 views or whatever. And anyway, at least I'll check the box, and I did what I was supposed to do for Hard 90 today. And then over the last 2 days, oh, I love it when the dolphins come on. I love it when the dolphins come on. The screensaver. That also means I'm way over time. When I see the dolphins come on, I'm like, oh my God, you're over 20 minutes now. But it was a roller coaster on Friday, and just over the last couple of days, it's been like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's you got to be careful though, because this is like, I don't want to call it a fluke, but I think it's kind of like, this isn't reality. Like this is going to die off, and we'll get back to the kind of regularly scheduled programming here. Well, I mean, we already are with the podcast, but that's something I'm telling myself too, is not to get too high about this one video that took off. I'm very grateful for it, and I'm excited that people have connected with it and are here. But you know, back to business as usual. You know, you're only as good as your last game. So that's the Brass Knuckle Films update. Okay, we're back. I had to cut that because I'm like drenched in sweat right now. It is very muggy here in LA. I do have a fan blowing on me here, but it's very muggy in LA, and it's very humid. I think there's going to be some rain. But I had to kind of dab off my face because I was dripping in sweat here. So the next thing I want to talk about is Mango 1. So Mango 1 is part of the update, was this viral video, which you know, we've been talking about the whole time. But the next making of video. So, excuse me. That little clip I posted is from a full length video about day one of recording with Alex as the role of Dr. Fox on Mango Dead series. And that video was linked to the short, and it drove a ton of views to the full-length video, which is huge. And then that's kind of trickled down to a bunch of other videos. So, you know, if you're starting a YouTube channel or whatever, if you post a short and it's connected to another video, make sure you link that, because that really helped just, you know, get it in front of more people. But that making of series is what I'm working on with Mango 1. So it's basically telling the story of how Mango 1 was made. And the plan is to have enough of that content sitting there that when Mango 2 goes live, then people who are interested in Mango 2 and like, oh, cool, what's Mango 1 all about? Or what's Hard 90 all about? They come to the channel and boom, there's all this stuff here. Wow, there's all this behind the scenes stuff. That's the plan. I mean, I feel like saying it a plan is like, it's like trying to like, you know, it's like a concocting some scheme, but this is just marketing, promoting 101. It's like the funnel. These shorts are at the top of the funnel, and if people see that and are interested in it, then they check out the rest of your channel. And if they're digging it, boom, that's why a lot of you are probably here right now. So that's how it works. And you just have to, I think the goal is being consistent. You know, I don't know anything about this because this is my first YouTube channel. But you know, that I'm like leaning into like kind of consistently like this. But you know, that is what the plan is, and the plan can change. But I think the general idea is to just be consistent with that, posting a few shorts a week and full-length videos once a week. The podcast includes a full-length video, counts as a full-length video. And the next full-length video next week I will be posting is another making of video from Mango 1, and it is day one of recording with Keisha Simon, who plays the role of Tracy Jackson. And what's really exciting about that video is a year before day one of recording with Alexander Cruz for the role of Dr. Fox. And that video is the first day of production at like the first not only the first day with Keisha. I actually only recorded one day with Keisha and then a couple pickups, but it's the first day I'm recording anything with anybody. So it's a little bit longer. There's a little more anxiety of like, oh my God, I'm going to like record with this person. I was recording in a storage closet because I didn't have the studio set up that I had with Alex, which again was a year later after I kind of learned some things and actually lost access to that storage closet location, which was free. That's why I was using it. And it sounded great. The studio I had to pay for, but once I got to that stage of recording with Alex, I knew this was something I wanted to like invest in. I was like, this is working. I'm very excited about this. Let's do this the right way. When I was recording with Keisha, that was day one, and I was learning, and it was just like, I mean, it's wild. There's a whole fiasco with like a neighbor and like they're playing music and like it's disrupting the recording session. So fun stuff there. That video is coming up next week. So that is Mango 1, and let's wrap it up here with Mango 2. Mango 2 is the second installment in the Mango scripted audio series. It is not a sequel to Mango 1. It's called Mango Alien Planet. And as you can guess, it is a mission to space. And it takes place 3 years after the events of Mango 1. So a little bit of a spoiler there, but that is the idea of this podcast is if you listen to this podcast, you're going to get some inside info that I'm not really releasing out on other channels or anything. So it is still starting, Mango and Kismet are the main characters, but it's, got some new characters. There is a little bit of crossover. It definitely ties in with Mango 1 for sure, 100%. Like I would recommend that you listen to Mango 1 first, then Mango 2, but you don't necessarily have to. And that is kind of like the world that's being built here with the Mango scripted audio series. I feel like each installment is like kind of a different mission, but I will definitely be making Mango Dead Serious 2 at some point down the line. I really would love to do that because it'll reunite me with the cast of Mango Dead Serious. But what I wanted to do was kind of expand this world quickly. So we jump ahead 3 years. There's new characters. You learn more about Mango. And that's the idea of the scripted audio series is each installment, which is feature length. I know, Ben, you don't have to tell us that anymore. You already said it 1,000 times. I have to keep saying it, I feel like, because just to reiterate, at this stage of the game, we are in the beginning stage of learning about everything that's going on here. So each installment is kind of a standalone mission where the secondary characters have their full story arcs, but over the course of the whole series is kind of Mango's story arc. So we're learning a little bit about Mango in Mango 1. We learn more about him in Mango 2. We learn more about him in Mango 3, and then it starts kind of piecing it all together. Like that is the idea of it, building this world. That is what Mango 2 is. Now, let's get to the updates. I am deep in post-production right now. I started writing this last year in April. We recorded earlier this year in January and February, like the principal recording stuff, which, by the way, I filmed all of that. So if you like this, me and Alex in the booth talking about an echo of a cup. I mean, there's not only more stuff coming from Mango 1, but there is a whole slew of stuff coming from Mango 2, which is, a new studio, super fun. I learned so much on Mango 1. I think Mango 2 is just kind of a better experience with the behind the scenes stuff because I kind of knew what I was doing. I knew what I wanted to record and how I wanted to record things. Mango 1 will always be my first love, my baby, because it was number 1. But it's hard not to say that you get better as you move forward. And hopefully Mango 3 is better than Mango 2, at least the experience. I don't know about the story. I'll leave that to the listeners. So deep in post-production on Mango 2, that means I am right now, more specifically, I am getting to a place where I have each scene laid out with temp sound effects and temp music, kind of like just roughly built so I know whether the scene is working or not. And I'm getting very close to moving into pickup rounds. In fact, I do have a pickup session scheduled in 2 weeks. Now, this pickup session is to pick up stuff I didn't get with a couple actors, but the next pickup session, the final pickup session, will be to go back and pick up things that I want to replace, and stuff I want to redo, that kind of thing. So in 2 weeks, I will have I have a pickup recording session scheduled to grab everything else that I need to finish this preliminary rough edit. I will feel that out, continue to add sound effects, music, probably start putting reels together, which means right now it's really separated out by scene, like each scene's separated out by itself. What I will do next is put multiple scenes together in a reel, like let's say the first 20 minutes of the thing, then the next 20 minutes, then the next 20 minutes. That's a big lesson I learned from Mango 1. Mango 1, I had it all in one timeline and it really bogged the machine down. For Mango 2, I'm going to split it up into reels because I've never like edited a feature length thing before. You know, I've been doing this for 20 years, but it's all, you know, short commercials, online videos. I've never edited a feature length movie. So I learned on Mango 1, like, holy shit, like it was really bogging down the machine. So I'm going to split it up. That'll be kind of the next step in my post-production process, is getting those reels together. And then I can really start like hammering down and making sure everything's fitting together. And then we'll have our final pickup session and we'll get into the release conversation, which I don't have a date just yet. We'll be talking about that down the line here. But something else I'm doing differently with Mango 2 versus Mango 1 is I'm going to have a much sharper release plan. Mango 1, I just released the full length on February 4th, 2024, 2/4/24. That's why I did that, so I could remember it easy. 2/4/24, I just released the full thing. I didn't even have a trailer. And I cut a trailer after the fact, and then I started putting all the behind the scenes stuff up. But for Mango 2, I'm planning on recording interviews with the actors before the release so I can have some behind the scenes stuff leading up to it. I've already put out a little poster teaser that you can find on the channels. You can see the poster design with a little music to kind of give you an idea of what it feels like. And then there will definitely be a trailer going out before the full length thing goes out. And that is it's hard. I just thinking about that right now. There's so much to do, but one of the tricks here is to just, you have to have the big game plan for sure. But this is something I learned on doing Mango 1. But you also have to just focus on what's right in front of you. Make a list. I have a to-do list, prioritized, like. You can widen out and see the whole thing. But then once you start feeling overwhelmed, okay, focus in on what is the next thing you're doing. And the next thing we're doing is everything we just discussed in this podcast, which I hope you enjoyed. One of the longest ones yet, but a lot of that has to do with everything that happened over the last couple of days. And that's what this podcast is about, because more things are going to happen. Like, this isn't the last time, hopefully, fingers crossed, something happens like this. And there will be news to share. And I'm just really excited to kind of bring you guys in on what's happening here. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Hard 90 Productions podcast. I will be back in 2 weeks unless something crazy happens. I'll give you another update sooner than that, but more than likely it'll be in 2 weeks. So until then, stay safe, stay tuned, and thanks so much for watching.